It's finally done! Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Rich. If you're new to the channel, hopefully some of the tips that I'm going to be sharing with you will be useful in your master bathroom remodel. So let's go ahead and get started, and I can share with you what we accomplished. So as you can see, as you walk into the master bathroom, I finally got everything complete. So some of the things, if you haven't been watching my videos, essentially this wall got pushed back from about here, so I moved it back about 13 inches, and that gave me room to add a sink over here on this side. This is going to be, my sink, so I have his and her sinks in the bathroom. So originally we had a double vanity right here, and I felt like if I was able to push this wall back, I could have separate sinks, and it gives us more counter space and allows my wife to have more room, more cabinetry for storing items, and just gave her a little extra space. And we weren't going to reuse the tub because there was a jacuzzi tub here previously, and we just wanted to be able to use this space just to be able to walk around. It makes the bathroom that much more open and usable for us because we don't really take baths, and we still have a bathtub in our other bathroom. But we decided to go ahead and make our shower much bigger. Originally, you walked into the shower this way, and there was a partition wall here, and so we knocked this wall down and pushed this wall further out. I was able to increase the size of the shower space because our shower was pretty tiny to begin with, and it was very much enclosed, and so you didn't get a lot of light. And now with the glass door here, you have a lot of light into the shower, but then I also added lights up above. I was able to create a niche. I wanted to go all the way across so that we had plenty of room. So I created a dummy wall that was a 2x6 wall rather than a 2x4 wall, so that had a real good shelf space here. And then we put these mosaic glass tiles in the background and installed these LED lights to give it some accent lighting and really kind of set the shower off, and it just really makes this mosaic tile shine. We really like that. And I'll put that in the description above, or you can click on the link that I'll put in the video. And was able to put in a footwell for your foot, so when my wife wants to shave, she can use that as a prop up for her feet there. I sunk the floor down so that we could have a zero entry or a curbless shower, just like the whole idea of having the curbless shower and the floor being all one level, and just has a really good look. So the other thing that I used in the shower as far as waterproofing and drainage systems, I chose to use a Flow Effects drain flange, and it's a bonding flange that you basically bond the waterproofing to the actual drain flange itself. I really liked the design and the features of the Flow Effects, so I really recommend those for doing the shower installs. It really turned out great, and the great thing about it is that you can buy the grates, the different styles, so you can get the gold and silver, or like what I've got is the oil rub bronze shape, and they have different patterns that are cut out, so you can get all kinds of different styles based on your hardware. So that's what makes it really nice, is that you can just swap out with whatever you want. The other thing that we did in here was to add some channel and embedded it into the tiling itself without screwing into the floor, so I didn't want to hurt the waterproofing that is created for the shower. And I had the installer use that, and it's basically just wedged in there and then caulked in place. That's the only thing that's really holding the bottom of it, and then he's got these clips top and bottom that holds the glass, and then he was able to hinge off of this partition glass to the main glass door, and really works well. We really like the glass door. The hinges go both ways, but primarily we want it hinged out, so it just makes it a whole lot easier. We certainly could have hinged it off of this wall to really have some good solid structure there, but then your door would have swung out this way, and it's kind of in your way when you're wanting to get in and out of the shower. So this was the solution that we came up with, and we're really pleased with that. We installed electric heating floor system, so this is the thermostat for that. We used the Dieter Heat in that, and there's videos that I have created installing the Dieter Heat system. So if you're interested in that, I'll put that in the description below. Originally in the ceiling, the bathroom vent was right here. I covered that up and I moved it over here. This is a new one by Panasonic, and it's humidity controlled, so it turns on and off when it senses a higher humidity level from the shower, and that pulls out all the moisture from the shower area. But I also wanted a fan in the water closet, so I actually just reutilized the existing fan. Primarily I liked it because it was really loud and so I wanted something quite kind of loud for the actual bathroom install. And I put a timer on it so that you can have it timed so that when you leave the bathroom, it stays on for another 10 to 15 minutes when you're gone, and you don't have to worry about the fan not turning off and having to come back in and turn it off. This used to just be a partitioned wall for the water closet. It wasn't actually a closed off room, but now I've actually closed the room off and created a pocket door right here. And if you're interested in some of how I was able to create that pocket door, over here and on this side is another pocket door. I have videos that I'll put in the description for that. Then in the water closet, I was able to put in access panels up above and down below, so this gives me access to my shutoff valve, so makes it really nice and kind of a clean look. Even though you want to be able to access this, you don't have to cut the sheetrock out if you needed to get to it. Same thing with this area. Behind this panel is my 12-volt power supply for my LED lights in the shower, so if it ever goes bad, I can pop this open, swap out for a new power supply, and we'll be back in business. But it just gives you that accessibility for future maintenance. Some other things that I did in the water closet, it's got 2 layers of sheetrock and insulation in between the wall from this bathroom to the other bathroom on the other side. So kind of doing some soundproofing in here. And then I also added some outlets. So I added an outlet here, and then I also added an outlet behind the toilet for future potential for a bidet. We've been thinking about getting a bidet, and I wanted to make sure that we had a power outlet behind the toilet to be able to plug that bidet system in. So just kind of thinking ahead. Haven't put it in, but it's future-proof for that. Actually just reused my toilet that I had existing. It's a Mansfield toilet, and it was in good shape. I just got new hardware and just made it new again, and got hardware that's oil rub bronze and kind of just matched up with what we had. So nothing wrong with it, so I continue to use it. The other item that I installed, and I had to make sure that I roughed in properly because this needed to be a metal box because you've got this arm that swings out, so there's lots of kind of lever there. It's not heavy, but you certainly don't want to have a plastic junction box in there. You wanted a steel one, and so I added that for my wife because she wanted a magnifying mirror there, and then this turns on, so it's hardwired into the system. I also upgraded the outlets. So originally with the house, it had 15 amp circuits in the bathroom. They were GFCI circuits, so I run a 20 amp circuit to the outlets here, and then also added another outlet over here that's also a 20 amp outlet. And as you can see, the mirrors that I constructed, The wood frame is from pallets, some old wood pallets that I just disassembled and stained and put together and created a frame for my existing mirror. So this mirror was the existing mirror from originally, and I was able to cut the mirror down and I was able to add these. So I have videos on those, and I'll put them in the either in the description below or at the top of the video. You'll see it someplace to be able to click it up there. Added some Kingston brass fixtures on the sink. Have a video on installation of that if you'd like to see that. And installed these sink basins. So this is a marble top, Carrara marble. Really pleased with these products. This was a really nice piece. It had chrome knobs originally, but we added the oil rub bronze drawer pulls to it to kind of make it match with the rest of the theme in the bathroom, and then also in the house, because I've been using that throughout the house for all my hardware. So now that the bathroom is done, we can go ahead and begin using it, and so we're pretty excited to be able to do that. But on to the next project. So I've got some other projects lined up, so stay tuned for any new projects that I might be doing. Alright, I think this is going to do it for this one, folks. I'll talk to you in the next one.